So today's video is going to be a get ready with me. So I just want to do a quick disclaimer just to say that I know that my neck and my face are two different colours. That's just because I had a shower and I've tanned, but when I tan, I don't tan my face just because I do break out quite a lot, and because I've got some active acne just now, I don't want to make it any worse. So I'm just going to start off with eyebrows. So I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow in the shade medium brown, and I'm just going to take the Peaches and Cream brush in P709, so it just looks like that, and I just like to take a little bit, so I'm just going to comb my eyebrows out first, just like that. And I've got a mirror here, so if you're wondering what I'm looking into, it's that. So I just like to take just a little bit, just like that. What I like to do is just outline the bottom of my eyebrow, just like that. And I also extend it a bit just because my eyebrow is quite short, just like that. And just take a little bit more on my brush, do the same on top, just outline it ever so slightly, and join that on to the end, just like that. So it looks a bit funky right now, but it's fine. So I'm just going to take a little bit more and just feather this in towards the centre, and then just ever so slightly do a little line just as a guide, because I don't want the front to be too heavy. So I'm then just going to take whatever's left on my brush, just fill in the edge, tail, and then just brush it through. And then what I like to do is just take the last little bit of my brush, just fill in just a little bit, because you don't want it to be too heavy, just like that, and then just brush through them all, and that is how I do my eyebrows. So I'm just gonna go off camera and do the next one, and then I'll be back. So I've just done the other eyebrow and I've just carved them out a little bit. So what I'm gonna do next is just take my Collection Lasting Perfection concealer, and I do my concealer before my foundation just because my foundation is gonna be a bit darker, so I don't want light spots all over my face. So I just take this and just put it in my blemished areas, just like that. Once I've done that, I just like to pat them into the skin using the, I think it's MSQ or Masked brush. I got these off Amazon. They weren't that expensive, but they are really good brushes. Just all over my face, just like that. So I've already wet my beauty blender. I feel like a wet beauty blender works a lot better than a dry one. So there's two main foundations I use. I use the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation in the shade 2.0. A more drugstore alternative, I use the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 10 Ivory. So I have quite oily skin, so these foundations work the best because they're sort of mattifying and they last a lot longer. But I think today I'm going to use the Maybelline one. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my beauty blender and just start to apply that to the skin. So as you can see, it's a lot darker than my natural skin tone, but that is just because I've put tan on. So we'll just blend that all around my face, just like so. Lockdown's been really rubbish. I literally have not done anything. Like, I'm still in college, so I've done college work, but that's literally the only thing that I have to do. It's really rubbish. I just miss all my friends, but hopefully it'll all be over soon. So we'll just keep blending that, and I like to sort of pull my ear a little bit just so that I can get in this section here, just because I feel like they're obviously a lot harder to get to. So I do like to use quite a bit of this foundation, but it doesn't look cakey at all, like near, like once I've finished applying. Because I do just like to blend it out quite a lot, but that is because I feel like if I use a little bit more, it gives me better coverage. because I have quite active acne just now, I need that little bit extra coverage. Just do a little bit on my chin. Just like that, and then I like to take it down my neck a little bit. Just blend it out so I don't have any foundation lines. Just like that. And just keep blending it all over my nose. And then last bit, just do on to my forehead. There. So once that's all blended in, I then just go in with my concealer, same one that I used before, and just do a little bit underneath my eyes just to brighten it a little bit, but I don't like to do too much because I feel like it can kind of lift this foundation a little bit. So just do a little bit underneath and just go back in with my beauty blender, just blend it out. So this just makes under my eyes just a little bit brighter, just like that. So once I've blended all that out, so I then just like to take my powder. Now I use the Makeup Academy Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder and Mattifying Translucent. This is a really good powder for me because I do have, like as I said, oily skin. So it's a translucent powder, but it also mattifies my face. So I just like to take this Morph brush. It doesn't have a name, so I don't know what it's called, but it's just a big fluffy brush. So I just like to pour a little bit of that in, and then just dab it in a little bit, and then just apply it all over the skin. So I like to press this powder in a bit more, especially in my T-zone, just because that's where I get oiliest the most. Just go all over, blend it down my neck, like so. Just make sure that it's all covered. So then what I like to do, just as an extra step, I like to take my beauty blender and it's still wet, and just dab in my powder just a little bit, so it's got ever so slightly a little bit on it, and just pat it in around my nose, just because I feel like this gives it a more flawless finish, and that's kind of when I get oiliest the most out of my T-zone, so it just kind of helps set it in place a bit better. So yeah, just might do a little bit on my chin, just like that. There, so that's my powder done. So I then go in with the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, I think that's how you say it, bronzer in light to medium, and I just take another one of my Morph brushes. Now these all came in a set, I got these for Christmas, so I'm not sure what set they are. So I just like to go in with my bronzer. This is a really good bronzer, it smells so much like chocolate, it's so nice. But what I like to do is just pull my face up a little bit, just because I feel like it gives me a better sort of shape on where to put my bronzer. So just like this, and then just bring it up a little bit just so it blends in a bit better, just like that. So that's a really good trick that I learned not even that long ago, but I can see such a difference in my bronzer because it's a lot more defined, whereas before it was just kind of a bit messy. So once you've done that, just keep blending it out a little bit, just like that. Then I just take whatever's left on my brush and just go underneath, just because I don't like my jawline to be too defined, just because I feel like it looks a bit silly sometimes. So I then just go back in again and then do the second side, and just follow the same process. Now I feel like if I hold the brush quite close to the top, then it gives me more control, rather than holding it in and it just going all over my face. So I like to hold the brush a bit closer to the top and blend it up just so it's in a bit better, just like that. and then just take the rest and blend it down again, just like so. So then I just like to take a little bit just onto the temples of my forehead, just to kind of make that come in a bit, because I feel like I do have quite a round face, so this just kind of gives my face that little bit more shape, just like so. So then I do like to contour my nose, but I don't do it all the time, but if I do, I just take my bronzer a little bit and then just pinch the brush ever so slightly, and then just go up the sides and blend it up in my eyebrows, just because I feel like it makes it look a lot more natural. And then this side, up again, and then under, and then on the top. Just blend that down a little bit, just like that. And I feel like makes my nose look a lot more thin. So after that, I then just like to take the Nars blush, so that's what it looks like. And I just take this little brush. So I got this brush from Primark actually, because I went down to my dad's and I forgot to take my makeup brushes with me. So I just went into Primark and got a little set just so that I could use them. But this has actually turned out to be a really good brush for blusher, just because it's small but it's still really fluffy. So just a little bit on that, and then just blend it. I like to blend it up kind of into my contour, just so that I don't look like one of them dolls with the really rosy cheeks. Just smile a little, just blend up. Same on the other side, smile a little, just blend up. Just like that. So I then like to go in with highlighter. I like to use the MAC highlighter in Oh Darling. Now I would usually, that's just what it looks like. So I would usually wet my highlighter brush, however, with this highlighter, I feel like if you wet it, it can go a bit patchy, but it's really pigmented anyway and it's really glowy, so I feel like you don't really need to wet it. So I just like to apply that onto my brush. It's just a little brush, and then just apply it on to my cheekbones, and I'm sure you can see that it's very glowy. And then just on my other cheekbone, just blend it up a little bit on the tip of my nose and just in between the brows on my lips, and then I like to do it on my brow bone as well, just like that. So once my base is finished, I then just like to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Now this is just the mini one, but I feel like this will just melt all my makeup into the skin and just give it a good finish before I move on to do my eyes and my lips. So I just apply that all over my face and just fan it down. Just set it a little bit. Just like so. So obviously that brings out the highlighter a lot more as well, if you can see that. So just keep going round. And what I like to do is go in with my eyebrow gel. Now the reason I do this after I've done my base is because I can find that like my powders and stuff can go onto my eyebrows and then it kind of loses its colour a little bit. So I like to go in with the NYX or NYX, whatever you like to call it, Control Freak Eyebrow Gel, and this is just in clear. So I like to flick the front brows up and then just go in sideways with these ones, just like that. I'm running out of this quite a lot, but that just goes to show how much I use it. I use it all the time. It's honestly one of the best. This one or the Benefit, they're honestly the most best eyebrow gels I can recommend. So just this one, and then do the same on the other side. Just, I don't know if you can tell, like obviously this one's a lot darker than this one, and it's just because I've had all them powders, but this just kind of gives it its colour back again, like that. So what I then like to do is do my eyes. So I just take my eyelash curler, it's just a rose gold one. I got this in a glossy box, so this is from the brand called Fur. I just like to curl my eyelashes maybe for like 5 seconds or so. And then I like to go in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Multiplying Mascara. Now I love this mascara so much. This is my OG mascara. I use this all the time. I've got quite a few in my makeup drawer because I do like a good mascara, but I feel like this is the one that I constantly reach for. I'm just going to go into my mirror again. So I just like to start from the bottom and try and push them up. I try and spread them out as much as I possibly can, just because I don't really want them to look like spider legs. Like that. So I'll do the bottom lashes, then I'll show you the difference. As you can see, there is a very big difference in obviously mascara and no mascara. So I'm just gonna speed up doing this side, just because I do take quite a while to do my mascara. Okay, so that's my mascara done. So I'm now just gonna apply eyelash glue into my eyelashes. So I'm just using the SOSU Paris ones. These are from Primark. Now, I honestly highly recommend these lashes so much. They're only like £5 from Primark. They're so affordable, but they're really good quality, I think. So I'm just gonna take the dual white clear, it's just the blue eyelash glue. You can get this from Primark, and I'm pretty sure this was £5 or £6 as well. I wouldn't recommend any other glue. This is so good. So I'll just apply that all over the lash line, just like that. And just set them aside to go tacky. So once I'm letting them go a bit tacky, I just have like a general tidy up of my desk, just because it is a bit of a mess. So I'll just speed this bit up. Okay, so now that I've let my eyelashes go a bit tacky, I usually just like to apply them with my fingers and then push them down to my lash line with some tweezers. So I'll just bring them out and just apply them. Just like that, and then just take some tweezers and just push them down to the lash line. Just like that. And then make sure that the edges are pushed down. And then I just like to take my tweezers and just put them in sideways, just to bond my natural eyelashes and the fake ones together, just so it looks a bit more put together, just like that. So that's one eyelash done. So we'll just go on to do the next one. So once my lashes have done, I then move on to my lips. So I'm just going to take the Huda Beauty lip contour in Venus. It's like a really sort of nice brown nudie colour. And then I just like to outline my lips, but I do like to outline them a bit bigger than my natural lips, just because, as you can kind of see, like I've got no top lip really. So I just like to outline them a bit more. So I just outline them. Like that, and then the top ones. So then I like to go in with the MAC Velvet Teddy classic lipstick, and then just go over the top, blend it in. But then what I like to do is go in with the Primark Velvet Whip Lip Cream. This is a semi-matte finish, and this is the shade Nude, but it's just this really nice sort of light nude. So then what I like to do is just go in to the middle and just blend it out with my finger. So I then just like to go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray one more time, just set everything in place. Just pat it all down, like so. So this is the finished makeup look. So that's this get ready with me done. Hope you all enjoyed. It's my first video, so I'll have another one coming soon. So please like and subscribe.